This video is gonna be really long. I kind of want to make this video to reach out to the people who are struggling from coming out of the closet and people who are not confident with their sexuality. Hopefully I can change that, or hopefully this video can guide you to be confident in your sexuality and also help you go through some rough times that you're dealing with. So let's go back in time to when I was 5 years old. I remember I would wake up 8 o'clock in the morning and I would wake up to watch cartoons like Dragon Ball Z and Power Rangers and Pokemon, and like that was the shit, man. And I was just flipping through the channels, like, just trying to see what else was on. So I came across this channel where it was playing a music video. Now, I don't remember what music video it was, but I do remember that the singer who was in the music video was shirtless. He had a white shirt, it was like buttoned down and it was open, so his body was exposed. When I was watching that, I had a funny feeling that I couldn't explain. My eyes were glued to the screen, and I just was so astonished by the body and I don't know. It was just, I was a kid, man. I really didn't know what the heck was going on with myself. So that was the first incident that I dealt with. And I guess that was like when I first discovered that I'm gay. When I noticed the surroundings and my family and people, growing up and going to school and all that, it was just like a guy and a girl. That's what I was taught. And so, that was the norm and that was society. Alright, so let's fast forward to when I was in 6th grade. So I remember when I was in 6th grade, I was about 11 years old at that time. My first girl crush was this girl named Skylar. Hey Skylar, if you're watching this, hi. So I had a crush on Skylar, and I also discovered porn at that age. It was straight porn when I discovered that. I later on discovered gay porn. I felt like I hit the jackpot. Like, I felt like it was heaven sent, and that's when I finally knew that I was gay, and I came to the acceptance that I was gay. My crush on Skylar started going away. I remember the first guy I had a crush on, his name is Blake, which me and Blake happen to be very good friends now, and no, I no longer have a crush on the guy. He's a really good friend of mine, and yeah, let's just leave it at that. Yes, I had a crush on Blake, and I did not tell anybody. It was just between me and myself. Alright, so yeah, in 6th grade when I was 11, that's when, I started to discover porn and such, and that's when I came to conclusion that I was gay. So in 7th grade, I remember one day when I was with my best friend at the time, and that's back in the day when MySpace was like the shit. I remember my best friend was looking at this guy. She was just on the computer and I was behind her, so I was just looking at her, looking at these guys. She came across this one guy and she was like, man, he's cute or whatever, and in my head I was like struggling whether to tell her or not, or whether to agree with her. I just needed to tell somebody. I just needed to let this out. Then I just started saying, yes, he is cute. My heart was pounding so fast. And then I told her, yes, I'm gay. I like guys. I've always been gay. I was hella nervous. I didn't know how she would take it. She accepted me. She was like, hey, it's cool. It's fine with me. I still like you for who you are, and you're still my best friend. So at that time, she was the only girl that knew. Because she was so accepting to it, I thought everybody else would accept me the way she did as well, I didn't know how being gay was. I just knew that it wasn't normal because society was a guy and a girl. I began to tell one of my other close friends. Some of them were surprised and some of them were shocked, but none of them really took it bad, and they were all accepting of it. And then this whole thing about me being gay like escalated. Now, the school that I went to, the school was pretty much 80% African Americans and 10 to 15% Caucasians, and then like about 5 or 10% Asian people. I kind of lost some friends too. Like, my classmates didn't really want to talk to me because They were so disgusted with me being gay. And that's when the bullying began. Physical abuse, it wasn't as much as the verbal abuse. People started calling me names, started calling me a faggot. People did not even want to sit by me, and like when one person started not liking the way I am and not liking the fact that I was gay, this other person would join in the bandwagon, and so everybody else started not liking me. And like being gay was such a bad thing. I remember I would hate it going to PE because, man, I just remember that when I was in the locker room changing, I could not look up into people's faces. I had to look down and change my clothes, because if I would look at them straight in the face or just look up in general, somebody would accuse me of looking at somebody else and looking at them changing. Oh, you fucking faggot, why you staring at me, why you looking at me, you fucking gay, man. I just remember one time I had this guy who just hated gay people. I was changing, he came up to me and he was messing with me. I just kind of like wanted to ignore him or wanted to walk away, or I'd be like, man, stop messing with me, dude. He pushed me against the locker, he put his hand on my face, and he was like, son, if you ever fucking look at me, if you ever stare at me changing my clothes, I swear to God, I will fucking punch the faggot out of you. And those words played over and over and over again in my head. And it wasn't good. I was lonely. I went through some rough times, and like I just didn't have any friends, and so I was at such a lonely place. Sorry, I didn't think I was gonna cry, dude, just thinking about this stuff, But yeah, people started calling me names, and it was just the worst time that I dealt with me being gay, Also, like, my friends didn't really accept me. They started being like everybody else, hating me for it and stuff. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I began to tell people that I wasn't gay, that this whole thing was a joke. I just could not let this bullying go on. I didn't have anyone. I was really lonely. That was my middle school. So now, to my freshman year in high school, this is when I dealt with my parents. Alright, so I don't live with my parents. I live with my aunt and uncle. So my parents live on the whole other side of the world, which is Laos. So my brother found out that I was gay according to Facebook. And so, we talked about this. And my brother didn't take it bad. He accepted me for who I am. And, he was like, man, I still love you as a brother. I grew up with you, and I'll always love you for who you are, but I don't know what mom and dad would say. And I told him to not say anything to them. One day, I remember I got a call from my mom. She was like, I want to talk to you about some stuff. I kind of overheard some stuff saying that you were gay. Like, your brother was saying that you were gay. Is that true? I was lost for words. I didn't really know what to say, because, I told my brother, and I told him to promise me not to tell my mom and my dad. But my brother is so close to my parents that I guess it just slipped, or that he had to tell them, I immediately denied it. I was like, Mom, no, I'm not gay. Like, where did you hear that from? And she just didn't listen to me. She was like, your brother told me that you were gay. She just kind of went on. And at one point, she was like, if I ever find out that you're gay, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to hold my breath until I die. I was so shocked. I had so many thoughts going through my head. I didn't know what to say. But then, I was like, Mom, don't worry, I'm not gay. Like, I was just trying to avoid the subject. So I kept changing the subject and whatnot. I thought that my dad was going to take it harder than my mom. But I remember when I talked to my dad on the phone, he was like, son, I'm not trying to say that, you are gay. I heard some stuff. I don't know if it's true, but if it is true, I just wanted to let you know that you're my son regardless. Regardless of who you are or what you want to become, I created you and I will always love you unconditionally. Like, when he told me that, I was shocked because I was really, really happy. After he told me that, I was like, Dad, what are you talking about? I'm not gay, but I love you, Dad. Like, I love you. Thanks for telling me that, I denied it because if I told him the truth, my mom would find out, and I just didn't want bad things to happen to my mom, and I didn't want to deal with this. I avoided the subject. I avoided talking to them. I avoided calling them, which was a very bad thing. And until this day, my parents still don't know that I'm gay. I'm pretty sure now that my dad knows, and my brother definitely knows, and my mom, she probably has an idea, but she does not want to accept it. So I know my dad is okay with it, and I'm just gonna wait until I visit them, and I want to tell my mom in person that I'm gay. But when that time comes, so I'm just not gonna even worry about it. That was pretty much my whole freshman year. At the same time, I had some other people questioning me as well still, but I just denied it, and I just lied to people. I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to be bullied like how I was in middle school. That was pretty much my freshman year in high school. Right, my sophomore year in high school, that's when I met my best friend until today, and I can call that girl my true friend that I would gladly take a bullet for. She taught me so freaking much. Taught me how to not care of what others think of me. She taught me how to just ignore the hate, and she just taught me how to become a mature person and the better person that I am. It was like a switch in my head. I remember going back to school one day, and I just did not care about what others think of me. So I kind of came out at that time, and pretty much like almost everyone knew. Pretty much everyone knew. The next thing that happened was I started becoming friends with one of my best friends today, and his name is Foster. Now this guy is my first straight guy friend, like my first guy friend that I had in high school. We became friends because we had biology class together, and I touched his butt just to mess around or whatever, and so he was cool with it. He was just laughing and just clowning, and we were just joking, and he kind of got to know me and started being friends with me. He never judged me at all, and that was one of the best things that happened to me in my sophomore year in high school. Other guys started questioning him, and were saying stuff to him like, dude, why are you hanging out with Scotty? Dude, he's gay, he's a faggot, he's gonna like you, and stupid shit like that. But yeah, Foster was my first straight guy friend, and we were really cool. I started joining soccer. I lost a lot of weight, and I became very confident in my sexuality. So in my junior year, I finally opened up the door, stepped out of the closet. I'm completely gay, and that I'm happy with who I am. I was not ashamed with who I was. I did not care what people think of me. That was one of the best feelings that I ever had, to not care and to not give a fuck about what others think of me, and just to be completely 100% open with it. Even my teachers knew. That was pretty much my junior year and my senior year in high school. Dude, some people were still disgusted with me being gay, but at the same time, everybody else and most people became very accepting with my sexuality. I became kind of popular in high school. When somebody said my name, people would know immediately, oh, Scotty, the gay one. By my senior year, a lot of people came up to me and was like, man, I respect you. I respect you not caring about what others think of you. You say who you are and you stay true to yourself. I felt like I was doing something right. Yeah, that was pretty much my whole high school. Overall, I guess you can say my high school has its ups and downs. My junior year and my senior year made up for every bad thing that happened. So that was my middle school through high school experience with me being gay and coming out of the closet. Here I am today. Now I'm in college, and nothing has changed. I'm still the same person. I'm just very thankful for people in my life that has taught me how to become a better person. I'm so thankful for holding myself together and for, you know, fighting through the obstacles that I had. Overall, with my whole experience about me being gay and being in the closet and coming out of the closet, don't let people force you. Don't let people tell you what to do. Do everything on your own time and on your own terms and whenever you think it is right. Don't ever let somebody push you to do what you don't want to do. For me, I did everything on my own. I didn't have anyone tell me how to come out or when to come out or who to come out to. Like I said, it was like a switch in my head. When I turned off that switch, that's when I knew the time was right. I am so comfortable with my sexuality. I can go out there and if somebody asks me if I'm gay, I will say yes without a doubt, of course. I was bullied. I almost committed suicide. And, you know, I almost gave up my whole entire life just because people were picking on me being gay. Just know that it will get better when you can accept yourself. That's when everybody else will start accepting you. You are the only person that's holding yourself back from being free. I hope that this video can help some of you guys, and I hope that y'all enjoyed my story. Hopefully you guys can like my video. Let me know. Message me on Tumblr. Message me on here if you want to talk to me, you know. Hopefully I can reach out to you and that I can help you. My name is Scotty. This is my coming out story. I will see you guys in my next video.